This is 16708 103rd Street in Yelm, Washington. From the exterior, we have defective T111 style siding. It is pretty much the entire front section or original section of the house. We have trim covering joints that we cannot verify Z-metal. We have holes in the base of the siding and at most bottom corners along it. We have rot that's been covered up just by paint. With this amount of damage that we're seeing with the siding, it is probably safe to say that there's going to be some infiltration to the interior, possibly some insulation to be replacing in the exterior walls, as well as new vapor barrier. Homeowner maintenance has not been done in quite some time. As you can see, the gaps are wide open. The siding is curling, all places that water can infiltrate, cause some rot on the house. Again, continuing with the side of the house, as you can see along that trim board, all that is rot, where the sealants probably have not been preserved. We have an addition to the back of the house with an incorrect tie-in. Not sure whether it was a permitted addition. From the side here, you can see that there was no tie of the siding. The roof structure for the main house goes down to what appears to be a valley. And that valley is directing water off only two areas of the house, one on each side. There is also incorrect screening. The vents are missing, poor paint, some rot on the fascia. We have boards that are unpainted on the addition. We do have some minor cracks in the foundation. Not anything that appears to be structural, superficial, maybe cracking due to a little bit of settling. The front deck is above 30 inches. That should have a rail. It looks like it had one in the past. It's been removed. So the front deck would need an entire new rail, along with a grippable handrail and balusters continuing down on both sides of the steps to protect from falls. Again, on this side we're seeing a lot of rot. Holes actually in through the siding, so that is very problematic, and we can assume that water has made it inside the house. Again, with the tie-in of the addition, there really isn't even any gutter system attached, so we're seeing a lot of water coming down off that, probably through this crack in the side of the house. Back here on the back of the property, the addition, we do not have gutters. That is against code. Back of the home, same issue, no gutters. And as you can see, we just have a lot of water infiltration of the siding and the soffit and the material due to that missing gutter. We also have some boards back up there that look like they're damming the water. Overgrown lawn throughout the entire property. Whoever was maintaining the lawn obviously left their grass clippings behind. We have a small garage back here. It's got a broken window. The roof looks like it's got some issues. No gutters on the building. Again, that's a problem. The roof itself heavily saturated with moss. And then over here in this one corner, you can see where the roof dips down, also rises up. It appears that we have a deficiency in the decking. That area is all going to be rotten and need to be replaced. Same issue with the back of the shed. Have overgrown vegetation, pretty much the entire yard, a fire pit that needs to be cleaned up and removed. So from up on top of the roof, we are looking at the tie-in of the back roof. We've got areas that obviously been tarped, probably from leaky issues. There is a skylight underneath this tarp. Skylight at this one. They did attempt to put a metal valley in, however, a tie-in like this should never have taken place. We have two different colors of shingles up on the roof. Very, very low pitch. Probably looking at a 212, possibly a 312, but more lines around a 212. Issues that definitely look like we could be having an issue on the interior with leaks. Missing shingles on the front half of the house. Roof needs cleaned. Gutters are heavily full. Here we actually have broken vents. Place for water infiltration for sure. More issues with the siding. As you can see, this line along here, piece of trim, has never properly been sealed. Therefore, it's allowing water to seep behind there. All along here we can expect to have water damage. Okay, moving on to the interior of the house. We have laminate in the front entryway on the landing. Stairs leading to the downstairs. We're missing carpet. We have this beautiful wallpaper that needs to be removed. The upper section of the walls is a texture that needs nails holed and pulled. But if you look right up there at the ceiling, we have water infiltration. That area is bulging and dipping down. There is mold in that area. It's wonderful popcorn ceiling, so that area would need to be cut out, replaced, popcorn ceiling scraped down, and we'd have to put just a standard texture up there. Moving to the upstairs, we have carpet on these floors, however they are really, really dirty. We also have a lot of areas in the house that are missing carpet, so this would be included in a replacement, would be our recommendations. We have a newer updated kitchen. Cabinets appear to be in good shape. Countertops are decent. Missing a refrigerator. The range, it could be cleaned up. It's had a little wear, but the microwave here, it is actually broken. We have a pane missing between them, so that would need to be replaced. Also, the door is not functioning as it should be. Heavily covered in grease. The dishwasher, same sort of deal. Looks workable. The interior isn't too bad. It probably could be cleaned up and moved to an operable condition. Sink, plumbing fixture. It doesn't look like we have any leaks here at this one. We are missing a light cover. But if you come over here and look, obviously when we were talking from the roof, it's been tarped. You see all this water staining, infiltration, discoloration. It's just whole area would need to be stripped out. So we can assume that we're going to be cutting out all along this skylight on the ceiling as well. One thing about the kitchen, as you can see, we have a yellow color. It does not match any of the walls in the rest of the house. We have a green color going into the hallway, and we got a nice terracotta color in the living room. So with the overall condition of the walls and the ceilings, the amount of drywall work, probably looking at a full interior paint. In the living room, we are missing all the floor covering. The carpet has been pulled up. These coax lines need to be removed and discarded. Currently, the spacing on the rails at this entryway is insufficient. Code allows for about 4 inches. These are about 5. Rule of thumb is if you can pass a softball through them, that's need of replacement. As far as heat is concerned, most of the houses either baseboards or in-wall heaters. All those wall heaters would need to be, covers would need to be removed, cleaned out. Back here in the front bedroom on the upstairs, the floor has got a lot of pet stains, discoloration. It's a little musty smelling. Recommend with everything else, replace the carpet in this room. Have a nice black door, black on the ceiling, permanent marker writings. We have an unfinished panel wall over here. It looks like they removed the closet doors. Those would need to be put back on to consider it a bedroom. Window at this front bedroom is also a single pane glass. It is not currently efficient enough. It is in place with no holes, so our recommendation would be to replace it. Same with both of the living room windows, as well as finishing the windowsills out. Bedroom number 2 upstairs. Lovely shade of green, full repaint. Carpet in here's got bleach spots on it. It is stained up. Missing the closet doors. Light fixtures are missing covers. That's pretty common for most of them throughout the house. We're missing some base trim as well as door trim. This is the laundry room. The first thing I see is we have a crack in the flooring. Need a wider reducer bar here. Vanity's not in bad shape overall. Neither is the medicine cabinet. We have burnout bulbs. Tub appears to be functional. We do not have water to verify it. Fans in place. However, here again we have discoloration in the skylight area. This back vanity is kind of just set in here. It's up on some spacers. It's unsecured. You can move it around. It's got gaps at the edges. It would need to be trimmed out and secured. Otherwise it could be a falling hazard. One thing we will point out is right here in the bathroom through the hallway, the floor does slope down towards that back bedroom. It's noticeable enough, so we're probably looking at a 1/2 inch of drop. This would be, it looks like a dining room. It's got decent laminate flooring in it. Trim's all here, however we are missing a laminate reducer bar here at the walkway. It's got a decent fan kit. It does need light bulbs, newer windows. Of course the curtains need to come down. Another wall heater. Moving into the master bedroom, we're missing a carpet bar down here. We have a pet door in this door to the master bedroom. My recommendations is to replace that door. Nobody really wants a nasty little door like that. Back behind the door we have a unfinished outlet. Not sure where that really leads. That would need to be looked at. We do have sheetrock cracking. Could be an indication of poor workmanship. Of course, we do have that tie-in issue, so I would wonder if we don't have more of an issue that it would need to be cleaned up. Along that, we've got breaks in the drywall. It could just be as simple as a taping issue. When we get to this back bedroom, we got more issues. We have water infiltration all along the ceiling, about halfway down. And then when we get to this joint here in the wall, in the ceiling, we have a lot of water infiltration. This drywall is rotten. We have a wall crack leading down, indicating that we possibly have a tie-in issue. Overall, the walls are just really dirty. They need to be repainted. We do have a master bathroom. Pedestal sink. Looks to be in good shape. A commode. Again, we've got water. Sorry about the darkness. We don't have power back here. Water around the fan. Oops, we do have power. It was just a breaker. Again, we have water infiltration around the fan. The back wall is indicating a lot of water coming from that ceiling. You have a stand-up shower. Moving to the downstairs. All this flooring down here is tied down by duct tape. Got holes in it. It's just really poor. Tripping hazards, issues, base trim, more mold and water infiltration. That is that exterior wall where we do have a possibility of a leak coming down there. Recommend, instead of this vinyl down here, installing just carpet. These appear to be, well, this room would be just a replace on the vinyl, as it looks like our utility room. The rest of the rooms, though, this hallway, this front bedroom, need carpet. I have a ceiling fan, looks to be in decent shape. Windowsill's not complete. I have this single pane glass, again, aluminum frame. It's very inefficient. The walls in here, very poorly done. We have no texture on them. They're very dirty. Ceiling looks decent, so we would probably want to carry the same texture down along it. We'll replace this closet door here with an actual hard swinging door instead of this plastic curtain. Paint the interior door again. It's really dirty. They're just primed. This closet would need an entire door. I don't see any issues other than probably a light fixture replacement. In the hallway we have what appears to be a wall that was removed. Very poor job on their tie off, on their texture, and their floating. It needs to be scraped and retied. It also looks like we have some water infiltration there as well. As far as this closet area, depends on what you would like to do with it. Probably either remove it and put a cabinet in there, or remove it and leave it as is, or put a closet door in front of it. Underneath the stairwell is unfinished. Again, we have a nice plastic door here. Carpet needs to be carried in there. You can see it's just really poor drywall. All these doors downstairs are missing casing around them. This door here really should just be removed. Put some trim around it. We have a utility room bathroom. Broken window, although that leads into the addition. The texture is really sharp in here. Looks like a sand paint. My recommendation would be to blow on a new coat. Looks like we do have a foundation crack. We have a dated vanity top. It's got this gold flecking in here. It's just kind of an outdated unit. It's functional. Depends on whether the client wants to update that or not. Moving on into the dining room, or the downstairs, what appears to be a family room. So we have a sliding glass door off the back here. It is unfinished area. That at minimum would need to be cased out. Looks like a brand new hot water tank. Everything looks pretty decent in there. This door's missing hardware. Need hardware installed. The flooring is in overall okay shape. It's not great. However, they've got a lot of overspray that needs to be cleaned up. We got missing drywall here on this beam. We also have this wonderful wallpaper or border that needs to come down. Have a fireplace. It is what appears to be, this area used to be a garage. So we can see the foundation stops there and it stops on this side. So it looks like at some point somebody walled this off to make it a room. Moving into underneath this back addition. It's pretty unfinished back here. So we have our exterior stem walls. We've got a lot of dirt in here. Uneven ground, boards, unsafe deck conditions, missing exterior siding if we were to leave it as a home. We also have kind of botched in siding there, missing siding over there. We have a sub panel in the corner. This door leading to the exterior is not a sufficient door. Does not have a threshold down below either. That appears to be open. The foundation stops right there. We have exposed plumbing, waste plumbing for the master bathroom. All this area is dug up. Have decks down here. This back bedroom downstairs, the window's been covered up. That could be an issue in the utility room. I guess so. We shouldn't have an issue with that. The exterior walls are not insulated. The insulation is incomplete. It's falling down. It's also the wrong R value. Overall, that's the evaluation. Oh, one last thing. Water overflow from the pressure relief valve of the hot water tank looks to be in this back addition. So we don't even know if that's legal by code at this point. That pipe would need to be reworked and terminated within 6 inches of the ground. It might also need to be redirected to the exterior of the actual property since this has been closed in. So that should be my last issue. Thank you.